Oh, thank you very much, Tim, and thank you for having us. And hello, everybody. So a strict 10 minutes and then some questions, and I'm trying to unpack a really fantastic business in that time. So we are a 20-year-old company, as this slide says. We provide consumer and business insights to brands. Everything you buy, everything advert you look at, every bit of content you read should have had some sort of consumer insights first. Pureprofile sits behind that. And we also execute campaigns for brands. To give you an idea of scale, we do about 3 million surveys per year to gather insights. We also have about 1 billion data points that brands can access through our SaaS platform, that they can generate their own insights on consumers, competition, etc. And we deliver over 250 million advertising call to actions a year. So that could be seeing a banner or clicking on a link, etc. So we do a great deal of what we do. And I'll try to give you an idea of that. So the next slide. A brilliant thing about Pureprofile, we have tremendous tailwinds today. So quickly, 90% of the world's data was created in the last 2 years. So that's a mind-blowing stat. So companies are generating more and more data about their buyers, their consumers, their competitors, from Google, maybe from Facebook, from their own social media. They need Pureprofile to help them interpret that. The second one is COVID-19 helped our business tremendously in the whole industry. So the reason people do research and they want to gather insights and deliver campaigns is because we change as consumers, we change our opinion. Well, guess what? During COVID-19, actually the whole world changed overnight. We changed our propensity to buy cars, buy houses, buy luxury goods. So all of that research that was done before has to be redone. So that's the second one. And the third one is privacy. So as privacy concerns grow across the market, actually Pureprofile is needed more and more by brands to help them understand their own consumers and to be able to build advertising campaigns across what we call as first-party cookies. So brilliant tailwinds for us as a company. Thank you, Tim. As I gave you an idea of scale of what we do earlier, we have offices in 7 countries today. We have 700 clients, about 125 staff, and 85% of our business is repeat business. So we're a very, very established company. We actually listed in 2015. Thank you. So looking at Pureprofile today, we have an absolute clear strategy. Number one is growing our global panel and our global data points. If we can have more data and more panelists, we can deliver more insights to clients around the world. Second clear strategy is to deliver everything through software as a service. If we can do that and our clients use our own survey builder tools, they use our audience intelligence tools, then we can grow on scale, we grow efficiently, and so our gross margin increases. And finally, having that better technology, having that excellent global reach means that our data and insights team and our media team can actually do much more consulting and deliver much more to clients. So a really clear 3-point strategy. Some financial highlights, and Tim mentioned those at the top. So if we look at Q3, and then I'll do year to date. So our Q3 was up 25% year over year at revenue at 7.1 million. EBITDA up 0.5%, so that's 150%. And our operating cash flow was 0.8 million. So that is the first time, 20-year history, that the company has had positive cash flow. So really exciting. We saw growth across all of our business units, APAC, UK, SaaS, media, all grew. And as we can see as a business, our cash at bank also increased from 3.1 million in December 2020 to 3.4 million now. So we are growing both at the top line, at the EBITDA line, and also at the operating cash flow line. So the next slide. If we look at that at a year to date, we see revenue has grown to 21.6 million. So that's up 14%. At half year, we were up 10%. So we see an acceleration of that revenue growth. EBITDA up 148% to 2.1 million. And again, that's strong. Now we have that strong operating cash flow at 0.6 million. Which we're really excited about. And our EBITDA guidance remains at 3 million. So in 2019, we were minus $1.7 million EBITDA. 2020, we were plus 1.6 million EBITDA. Financial year 21, our guidance is 3 million EBITDA. So you can see growth across the business there. So we are building a really strong company. And I had 7 years at WPP where you were taught there is no glory without bottom line. And I share that very much with my CFO, Melinda Shepherd. We also have really potential for growth from an organic standpoint. So today I have low market share in the UK, in the US, in Asia, where we have tremendous opportunity to grow as a business. We also see that there will be inflection points coming as a business. I'll talk about one of those in a minute with flybys, which is very exciting for us as a business. And then as a company, we've been quite quiet in the investor relations standpoint. We have a tremendous story to tell, fantastic results. And so at the beginning of April, we actually engaged with the IR department. So we are now spending a considerable amount of time telling the market, telling brokers, telling the industry what we are as a company and how we are growing as an organization. We will finish this year at approximately $30 million of revenue. As I said, 3 million of EBITDA, and then with positive operating cash flow in the business. So really exciting time to be part of Pureprofile. So the next slide. We also are being absolutely focused on where we invest our capital in product development. And we have our CTO on board, John Griffin. He's been in the role for about 12 months. And what I love about John, and I've known John for 20 years most probably, but what I love about John is he absolutely finds that balance between buy, build, and partner. So as you can see by this graph, our EBITDA growth is real EBITDA growth. That is because we are running a better, more efficient business that we see our revenue go down to our bottom line. And we are actually, we see our capital expenditure has been lowering since 2018, and it's most probably flattening out, might be slightly lower than $2 million moving forward, but we are developing much more new exciting products actually with less investment than we've done before. Thank you, Tim. Couple of things we're really proud of. The people, as I said, we're running a really brilliant business here. Our employee satisfaction is up 11% in the first 6 months of this financial year. And that actually takes us to 83%. First-class companies are seen at 79%. So that is fantastic. We've hired some great world-class talent. I'm relatively old, so I know lots of people in the industry that I've been able to bring and are really excited about the Pureprofile story. Our panel, we've doubled the size of our UK panel so we can do much more, many more insights. We've launched Refer a Friend, which is growing organically, our panel. Products and partnerships. We've got a number of really exciting partnerships, and I'll talk about flybys in a second. And also we are delivering, as per the earlier slide, operations efficiency, where we are really spending every dollar to deliver a return on investment. Thank you. Year to date, we've actually delivered for those 700 clients in 89 countries. So we are truly a global organization. People and culture, phenomenally important to me. If we have the right people on the bus, the right people in the company who are excited about the business as we all are, then we can solve any problem, find any opportunity, and really deliver an excellent company. And as you can see, we have great gender diversity, age diversity, nationality, employee satisfaction was up. And also, beginning of April, we implemented an employee equity plan. So everybody feels like they are a shareholder and they feel like they're a part of the Pureprofile journey. Thank you. Next slide. We've launched some really exciting SaaS products. Audience intelligence, and the next slide, allows companies to access the billion data points that we have, build their own reports, understand their market, their competitors' market. We only launched this about 3 weeks ago. We have a number of clients who are trialing this. We are entering this for a couple of competitions. We are entering this for a couple of patents. Phenomenally excited about this solution. Thank you. And that sort of talks about, and you can view the what it delivers. And so the next slide. Excuse me, I've called out here the Pureprofile and Perks, Pureprofile Perks. We launched this in conjunction with Flybuys, announced it about a month ago. This launched 3 weeks ago. We're treating this as still in a soft launch phase. And what this delivers is the opportunity for Flybuys members to earn rewards by doing surveys, by giving insights. So far, and I'll talk about this still being in a soft launch phase, a new panelist is joining us every 60 seconds. And we are today delivering over 2,000 surveys per day are being completed, which is an annual run rate of about 700,000 surveys. Bear in mind, I today do 3 million surveys. This is a big growth, huge opportunity, and we're really excited about this solution. Thank you. And again, you can see a bit more detail on these slides. Excuse me. And the next slide. Thank you. So what have we got coming up? Really bed down this Flybuys partnership and see that go to full launch. I'm really excited about where it can become. We announced only 3 weeks ago, we launched Audience Intelligence. Again, really excited about the trials and where this is going as a business. And then in the Q1 financial year 22, we'll be rolling out new panels around the world to give us mainland Europe and also to give us further coverage in Asia. So some exciting delivery, some exciting development on the back of really stellar results and a company and a team I'm just so proud of. And that is me. So thank you for listening.
Thanks, Martin. Love the passion there. Can you just break it down a little bit more for us? A corporate comes to you, Coca-Cola or whoever. What's the process for them? How do they pay? And then I'm the consumer that's doing a survey. How do I benefit?
Yeah, so I'll give you 2 examples. We recently did some government research about vaccinations. So government comes to our data and insights consulting team and says, we're interested in understanding the Australian population. In that case, could have been other countries, but the Australian likelihood of taking vaccines and what are their drivers, what are their interests. And so we, together with them, will build a survey, a study that goes out to a NatRep audience, nationally representative population in that instance, to ask them, what is the likelihood of having the vaccination? And from that data, the government will then understand what the drivers are across different age groups, across different demographics, maybe different locations. And so they know how they can execute the right plan to convince us all that we should turn up to have a vaccination. Process works exactly the same if I'm Medibank or if I'm Apple. Again, I want to understand my consumers. I've either got a survey or what I want to understand ready. I asked Data and Insights team to do that and to launch that. I also have a software as a service tool. So companies like Adore Beauty can log into their own application. They build their own project, launch that to consumers around the world. We have about 4 million consumers around the world that actually can answer questions that they build up their own data. So that's the client process. Either we work with them or they're going directly through our SaaS products. If I'm a panelist, I'll use Flybuys as an example. That totally runs on our SaaS platform. So I'm a Flybuys member. I'm invited through their app to do surveys, to maybe provide some data. I click on that link. I see surveys activity in Pureprofile Perks. I do those and automatically I earn rewards that for whatever activity I've done, however long I've spent, that go directly to my Flybuys account and I get Flybuys points. And that works the same whether I am with our partners that include News Corp or include Raise or AA Smart Fuel or our own panels. Does that answer the question?
Yeah, that's a great answer. Thank you. A question here, what competition market share do you have, and what growth are you predicting over the next 5 years?
Yeah, one has to be very cautious about growth that one predicts. So I have different competitors, as one would expect, within different solutions. So if I look at data and insights as an example, so that's the running surveys business. Our competitors would be publicly companies like YouGov. They are about $100 million or pounds, sorry, of revenue and about $1 billion valuation. Dynata, about $500 million of revenue in 46 countries. They're for sale today for $3 billion. And you've got little old Pureprofile, $30 million of revenue. And my market cap a couple of days ago was about $25 million, and today is about $31 million. Still, I'm 1 for 1 versus my competitors in that space or peer group who are 10x. If I look at my media company, obviously Pure Amplify, we compete with the larger media agencies such as Publicis, WPP, and the niche organizations. If I am audience intelligence, my direct competitors most probably Quantium. Woolworths just bought another 25% of Quantium to take their ownership up to 75%. That values Quantium at $1 billion. I have several advantages with my audience intelligence. Firstly, it's global. Quantium is only in Australia. And secondly, I'm able to go from this understanding a billion data points to them running surveys, to them running media campaigns. A really unique product in audience intelligence, a couple of slides before that, which we're thoroughly excited about. So those are my competitors, and you can see that we're really under indexing as per our performance versus our market cap. If I look at market share, great question. We have phenomenal opportunity. So I've worked for a couple of the biggest competitors. What attracted me to Pureprofile is we are a global organization that's set up today that was just ready to launch on the global stage. And so in our space, 50% of all of data and insights and media is actually generated out of the US. 25% is Europe and EU5, and then 25% is the rest of the world. As Pureprofile, I generate 60% of my revenue out of Australia. I have a huge opportunity by just growing my UK business, where I already have 15 people. Our mainland Europe office, we opened at the end of January, is already cash flow positive, generating about $1 million a year. Our US business, we run out of New York, very small operation, huge opportunity to grow that business. And our Singapore business, we opened at the end of September, again, generating about $1 million a year. So to take this model I have today in Australia, all of my global operations actually is either managed through software as service technology or out of our Indian operation in Mumbai. And so I'm able to very easily open up other markets, replicate the success we have, the strong brand we have, the quality, etc. And that is where our organic and our growth comes from. Then Thanks. I have other inflection points, such as I find another flybys elsewhere, and suddenly I fly in the UK, US, etc.